Hello everybody, and welcome back to Kat's Tiny Kitchen. For those of you who have been around, thank you for hanging around with me. For those of you who are new, thank you for coming along for the ride. Today we are going to do a Jiggs Dinner. It is St. Patrick's Day, but by the time you see this, it won't be St. Patrick's Day. But this meal is actually a meal that you really don't have to eat just on St. Patrick's Day. You can eat it any time throughout the year. I've already got my corned beef brisket in the Instapot. I'm going to cook this on slow cook on the Instapot. So we've got that started. And then I've got a medium onion here that I'm going to dump in. Move that around a little bit. And then here I've got, I'm trying to be very careful, this is the season pack that came with the corned beef brisket. And you can just dump, if you want to, you can just dump the packet in here into the Instapot or into your pot if you want to. I just prefer not to. I don't like all that floaty stuff floating around in there, so I put it in a coffee filter. I tie it with some butcher's twine and I just put it in with the meat while I'm cooking it. And in addition to that, I like a little more flavor. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of Old Bay seasoning to my packet. So while you're watching that roast sit there, I'm going to tie up my packet. And the coffee filter works pretty good. You still get the flavors from the seasonings, but you don't have all of that stuff floating around. And I'm not going to cut the string on this, it's not a big deal. So I'm going to add my flavor packet. And then my final item before I put the lid on and start slow cooking it is a can of beer. And I'm going to use whatever we drink, and I'm trying to keep it out of the picture so you can't see what kind it is, but it is a light beer. If you prefer a lager beer with that bitter taste, you can use that. I just find that light beer works better. So now all we have left to do right now for this part of the recipe is put the lid on, and then I'm going to set my timer for slow cook for about 4 hours on high. And once we get to 4 hours, I will come back with you all and we will add the vegetables. So I will see you in a little bit, everybody. Hello everybody, we are back. It's been 4 hours and the meat is cooked. And it shrunk a lot. It will shrink a lot. So we are getting ready to start the next phase, which is to add the vegetables. So I'm going to add 2 cups of chopped potatoes. I'm going to add 2 cups of chopped carrots, rough chopped carrots. And then we're going to add a half of a small head of cabbage, because it's only 3 of us. We don't need that much. You can tweak this recipe the way you want it. It won't hurt anything. Now, normally you would put corn in here, and because Mike has a hard time with his dentures, we're doing corn on the side tonight, so there's no corn in this. But I'm also going to add 2 cups of vegetable stock. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this for another half an hour on slow cook to get the vegetables cooked, and then we will be ready to eat. So I will see you in a moment. Dinner is done. It actually was about 45 minutes to cook the vegetables, but I can't wait to dig in. So we have our corned beef, cabbage, carrots, and potatoes. The potatoes are under everything, so we can't see them yet. But all we have left to do is take a picture and dig in. And I cannot wait. Like I said earlier, this is not a meal just for St. Patrick's Day. You can have this meal any time of the year. So give it a shot. I want to say thank you for coming along to check out the recipe And we will see you on the next one. Good night, everyone.